How's it going, guys? It's Eclipse here, and today we're taking a look at the British Tier 10 light tank in a gameplay on Arctic region after update 6.0 on World of Tanks console. So basically this was probably my third or fourth game since the update's been in. I haven't played any since. In fact, no, that's a lie. I did play one in the T92, I believe, on Kasserine after this one, but I've really not felt like playing too much. I just genuinely don't think it's worth investing my time in learning this if they're going to make changes back to the original anyway. If this is what's going to happen for the rest of the foreseeable future, then, you know, I'm going to have to deal with it. I'm going to have to learn it. But until that they consolidate the fact that we're going to have to play this, I'm not going to be investing much time into it. And I think a lot of the player base are feeling like that. With regards to this new update, a lot of people have left the game, a lot of people have uninstalled, a lot of people waiting until they make the changes that the community wanted, and I felt like a lot of the time this could have probably been avoided if they just had some form of communication with the community before they implement updates. I don't get why it's very much secretive and, you know, we have to make these changes so secretive and it will hype up the player base. So when it comes into the game, no one wants to play it because they had no influence on the design process. So yeah, that's my view on the update anyway. I don't want to really get into that. We're focused now on this gameplay here. So yeah, this is probably my fourth game in the game. Finding it really difficult to actually aim at the weak spots because, you know, we can't see the outline in the game at the moment. I mean, you can, but it's that stupid equipment that I really don't think needs to be an equipment. Everyone should just have that. I don't get why they move that to an equipment. But yeah, so we've moved up here to the right where I always go on this map, whether I'm in a heavy, medium or light tank. Obviously not artillery because I'm not that stupid. But yeah, so we've gone up here. There's patterns in the middle and a heavy tank as well. And then we've got a few people over to our right. So it's not a great situation. We have got one player with us at the moment. I think it's a Conqueror who's supporting us on the right. And he's using the ridgeline here. Just bounced a shot there. And we're just going to try and spot the enemies for him so that he's not just getting blind fired by everyone. So we do spot that there's a IS-7 over here who's pushed up really aggressively here. We put one shot into him, and then we've really got to push our advantage because he's gonna be reloading. He's probably gonna get a shot us into us there, and we get a shot into him there. He's fallen down, which is great because that leaves him vulnerable to any of our team who are in the middle or who are over in our camping hill over in the centre of the map. So we need to get away because we've been spotted. And that's definitely something we can do, especially with all of the new foliage that they've put in this game. I'm kind of impartial to that at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what sort of spots that they will have created and the balance involved in that, but currently I kind of like it, but that's because I dominantly play medium and light tanks, and, you know, I'm the one that's usually abusing the hidden spots to be able to get damage and farm heavies that don't have the view range or TDs that don't have the view range to spot me back. So this place over here is really good for getting vision into this little dip area here, as well as into the base. Anyone that's camping over in like G1 area, although you probably can't see because it's a struggle even now with the mini map as the way it is. This pattern doesn't spot us yet, which means he's probably got not great view range because it's not far away. We do get spotted now, but I believe that's because the other pattern came. We're going to try and get one more shot in. Bit dangerous. We do take a hit there, but it was probably worth it just to take off some of the health of those mediums there. We're now running away because on this map you don't want to be on your own against 5 different tanks. Well, not just on the map, but on any map in the game. Heavy and medium behind me. Lucky to not actually get shot there in the back. But zigzagging as much as possible or making yourself erratic will avoid actually getting hit as much as you can. I don't get the gun depression with the manticore because, it being British and all, and using like a French style turret at the where you can't depress or elevate your gun, makes it a bit difficult. Yeah, there's this RU or whatever it is, just yeets himself off a cliff. We've got no problems with that because it means we'll get some damage there. I don't know if we tracked him, which meant that I get the damage, but I know it came up as him being killed. I'm not entirely sure, but we're just going to carry on farming these people in the middle who are just sat there waiting for us. So yeah, my views on this update are that it's got its positives, it's got quite a lot of negatives, but I feel like they can definitely work with it. Not a fan of the map. I think that's pretty terrible, really. I think that they didn't need to change the maps. They could have probably, maybe even if you just took the black around the old style of the maps, so like changed it from like that, the dark dingy like brown, and just made it black around the edges where the numbers and letters are. That would have probably been an alright update and kept the actual map the same, because changing the familiarity for all of your player base and how they view the map that they're going to be playing is quite important, because they don't know. Well, you can't literally see on this one, so that's something that you need to take into account. Wargaming, I don't like it. I think it's terrible. I think trying to find out what I'm actually going to be doing is really difficult. So yeah, that's ridiculous. I like the fact that they have put in some more foliage into the game, but there's a lot of things where I can't see what some of the tanks are. Like, I have no idea what that tank was at the time. It's obviously now I know it's an Object 279E, but at the time I had no idea. It was really annoying. I think maybe even if we went with if they were to keep these sort of things in the game, which I don't believe they will, they'll change the colours, etc., and the way that it'll highlight tanks, I reckon, because there's so much feedback about that in the forums and on YouTube and just a general consensus from the community. But I think if they move towards the PC version, I mean, I don't see why we can't have the team list at either side of the screen. I get that they wanted to make this update so that you can see more of the actual ground. But I don't play World of Tanks for the scenery. I play it for the actual game. I'm not here to take pictures. I'm here to actually play the game and enjoy the game. So if you're removing aspects of the HUD and making them less visible for me, I don't get that, because I'm not here for the visual aesthetic. Like, yeah, it's nice when you have good graphics, but it's not the be all and end all for me. So we are now here trying to get some vision on these tanks that are just sat here. There's a heavy tank, it's the 279E. We put a shot into the side of him. I think we tracked him, and our artillery hits him for 1400, which is so good. I love it when overpowered tanks pretty much get dumped on by artillery. Although I don't really like artillery currently because of the massive blanket buff to artillery, whereas everything else got a nerf pretty much. The fact that the T92 can have a 34-second reload and deal with the same amount of damage, I really don't get that. But that's Wargaming's decision for some reason. So now I'm thinking I could go and attack that 279E, because he is only a one-shot, but that will leave my artillery a bit vulnerable, and I know that I could actually use my artillery here to get some extra damage. And as we go up here to try and spot anyone that would be coming from any other direction other than that 279, we do see that the artillery actually spots the tank destroyer over there. It takes me a little bit of a while. I must have been being a fly or something. But we prop ourselves up. We wait for the 268 to come further forward. And we put a round straight there. If we didn't damage him, we would have tracked him in place, which would have been nice. So that's why I always aim for the track and the damage at the same time. Just in case, we might not have tracked him and then we would have got some more damage. So moving over here, I'm thinking the 279 would potentially be moving up. He doesn't, so we do check the bush first. But yeah, he doesn't seem to be moving up. So I think in a minute I'll move around and turn and go back. What is something I do like about the game, although it's controversial, is actually the reusable consumables. Not the way that you actually can use them, and the fact that they have to be premium consumables to be reusable. But I really like that system. I think it's so much better than the previous version. It just gives, it's so RNG based when you get hit, right, by a tank, or even missed by artillery. You lose your ammo rack, your loader, your gunner, and also you get, your oil tank damaged, or you get tracked and ammo racked. And it's like, I skillfully repaired my track, because if I didn't, I would have had my game ruined because I'd have been dead. And then for the rest of the game, you're ammo racked, which has your game ruined. So, yeah, you can run a larger repair kit, but that shouldn't have to be the case. Do you know what I mean? There's no option to be able to avoid that with regards to paying for the small repair kit. So I like the fact that if they made them reusable, having reusable small repair kits would be so much nicer, because it'll give an option between you can repair multiple things at once, or repair loads of little things over a period of time. So that's the way I'd go with it if you wanted to make it more balanced. I think premium consumables can repair all at once but not be reusable, and small repair kits could be reusable, but you can only repair one thing. So that's the way I'd go about it. I think that would make it a little bit fair, make the choice between a small and a large more of a choice, because if you do have the credits right now, why would you ever not buy a large repair kit, a large med kit, or a automatic fire extinguisher, as they previously were? I don't know exactly what the premium fire extinguisher does. So I don't know if it reduces your actual chance of being set on fire now. I'm not entirely sure. But there we go. We do shut down that 279E right at the end. We did need to take the hit and get him out of the game as quickly as possible, because he took down our artillery, was taken out. So it was just us then against him. And so we're moving to try and get the artillery. We've only got 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Just move up here because I don't want to get spotted and taken out by the M53. We wait. We put one shot into him. Wasn't the best aim shot I've ever had, I'm not going to lie. And the M53 is just trying to run away now. We're hoping we'll get one shot off. I could have probably gone for that, but I decided not to, just in case I got spotted there. And then I would have got hit by the enemy arty, although we do get spotted anyway, so we've got to move because there is another artillery that can probably hit us and miss us and kill us. So getting on the move, going to try and quickly go and kill the M53. We think he's over to the left, so because that's where he's last spotted, so I'm just going to move over down there. And so far this game's been fairly good, actually. We've taken quite a lot of hits, but we took them when and as we needed to. That was a poorly aimed shot there, and pretty much the game loser right there. This last couple of bits was basically me losing the game. I mean, I could have made a few changes, but I can't do everything. I'm only human. I make a few errors. Realistically, I should have just charged the artillery at the start if I wanted to win this game. But yeah, it's 1-on-1 at the end of the game, and the artillery is not going to get detected. So yeah, I would have won the game if it had carried on, but unfortunately it didn't. And that's pretty much that game in the Manticore, the British Tier 10 light tank. We did lose. I came third. I did get 1,155 base experience for a loss, which is pretty nice. 6 kills, 5,579 damage, and we did get 3,709 assisted. So that was a really nice game in the Manticore on Arctic region. It's quite a versatile tank. I like the ability to move about the map and influence different flanks, etc. Ace tanker, bruiser, fire for effect, top gun and high caliber. A brilliant game in the Manticore on that map. So I hope you guys did enjoy this kind of little overview of the gameplay and my extra additional thoughts on update 6.0. And I hope that you give the game a bit of a chance to get back to where it was. But it's up to you at the end of the day in terms of whether you want to stay or go. Wargaming are only really going to listen to money, but it seems at the moment. But I don't know. It's quite a difficult thing. It certainly hasn't made me want to play the game anymore, and we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, I hope you had a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.